Good morning, and welcome to the Deal Room Live, the daily real estate bank powered by Titan Impact Group, a leader in AI-driven real estate investing and funding, where the real estate world meets speed, precision, and profit. And bring us your deal AI model that analyzes in minutes, generates all, gives you a verified, unbiased breakdown of due diligence reviews. Get the advantage of getting fully vetted AI analyzed deals that cut diligence time down by 60%. So you're in the right place. Let's open the deal room now and get into today's opportunity.
So I'm ready to be sharing with you that we've got some down the pipeline and do it similar. Did the flipping female properties, bringing the hard money to the table. So the investors bring essentially the flip money and payment to the table. And then we go through, we flip it, sell it, we exit the other side, and then we share the profits. And then I did 500 flips. So we actually have some properties I went through this morning. One of Tommy's partners or friends, I should say, he properties this morning. I got the funding lined up. So Saray, that looks like, can participate in.
Cool.
This is
We
how
were
we
supposed
collapse
to,
timelines.
we were set up on Monday, but as it turned out, neither or Trevor were available. So now we're going to do it. So we had to postpone it a week, but yeah, we're
I love it. Yeah, I'm excited to be getting these up and going. Okay, orders coming in. Okay, so
I got a deal or two cooking in the box now. And I want to make a phone call on a property today. I went and took care of that subject matter. Got my self-storage facility down on Southern Avenue there.
I love self-storage.
It's right next to us, right? Down in the village area. Yesterday.
Driving for dollars.
Accident.
Let's talk about the accidental thing. Really good opportunity. So, here's what I love. So, I don't think you guys have played cash flow yet, right? So one of the things that, oh, speaking of this, we're going to next week, and I wanted to see if we're going to meet in Orlando, if we could get together with you guys. We're at where that is. Anyway, at a conference there. Anyway, the point being is I want to get together with you guys, but the cash flow, the gain cash flow, this is a super important piece to understand, is that I want to start getting all of you to play cash flow at least once a month. And the is muscles, and one of them is the reticular activation system. Because, for instance, like what Tommy just said yesterday, he was out handling the septic tank on one of the jobs, and while he was driving, his brain picked up, that's for sale, that's for sale, that's for sale. So his reticular activation system in his brain starts seeing these businesses are for sale. And so the fastest way that I can do that in training your brain is to gamify it. And we do that through the game cash flow. So and what I generally do is have people go to meetup.com and go and find playing cash flow in their area. More different groups that you can play with, the faster you're going to learn, because each person, you'll learn one of the coolest things. The point being, I want brain goes, oh, was you're driving, oh, kids, groceries, all the things, like you're like, oh, for sale, that's for sale. And you stop and get that, and then we can on the deal. So I want to start training your brain to see that.
For seeing cat.
Right.
So some people have to be trained to it. I tell this story of my hammer sucker ice cream.
Oh, hammer ice cream, yeah.
Hammer ice cream, baby. My dad's hammer ice cream story is pretty simple. I was a kid going with my dad everywhere he went, and he loved to go to flea markets on the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, he'd go to the fish picking because it was right. But my go to flea market, when I went with him, the ice cream man be not selling ice cream. I'd always be like that, can I get an ice cream? And Hannah's story about, a Happy Meal or McFlurry.
It was a McFlurry, yeah.
Reminded me of that, because my dad was like, no, I ain't giving you. It wasn't that my dad didn't have the money, he just didn't want to give it to me. Like, hell no. And back then, thing was $1. And so to get a really good ice cream, I mean, I like the orange push up snow cone with the bubble gum down at the bottom. I would literally get my face all the way up to eat the hell out of get that bubble gum at the bottom.
That's funny.
Right. So either one, but they were like 50 cents a piece. So I could get two, right? And I figured out if he gave me $1, I'd get two ice creams. So he said, "You want $1?" He said, "Go get me a hammer and buy a hammer for $0.25. I'll give you $1." And I said, "How can you go if I even got $1?" He's like, "Here's your quarter, go hammer, and I'll give you $1. I'll buy it." Okay, great. So this is his ice cream. So I go out all over the flea market because it's 1981, 1982.
Your kids can wander out in public worried.
And
Go out till it's dark.
All right.
Right. And go up and just talk to all over the place. So I was talking to all like, "Hey, do you have a hammer I could buy for $1? Or I mean $0.25? Get out of here, kid." And the cheapest hammer I could find was like $3. Like that was the cheapest one I could find. It was a little like shoe hammer. And that gave me a little. I looked at the guy with the shoe hammer. I said, "Can I get this for $0.25?" And he said, "No." He says, "What do you do? Why would you want it?" I was like, "Dad said if I could buy it, he'll give me $1." "I'll be right back." Guy turned around with a preschool. Remember the preschool hammer set that you could use
The
to
Play-Doh
bang?
hammer.
Yeah, Play-Doh hammer where you could beat the pins down into the board, and it was literally just a red little plastic hammer about that big. And he says, "Here, give this to your guy for $0.25." He says, "If you sell her, I will sell you 4 hammers." And okay, so I went and found my hammer. I said, "Give me my good job." He laughed. He thought it was hilarious. He said, "I thought you were going to bring me back a real hammer. You bring me back a toy hammer. I got to tell you the rule. I just said a hammer's a hammer. Can I get my $1?" And he gave me his $1. I said, "I seen that ice cream truck and I seen that old guy, and they were literally like that." I'm going, and I took off to the hammerman. My hammerman, I said, "Here's my $1. Okay, cool." He gave me 4 hammers. "Thank you, sir." And he left the price for me too. He said, "Make sure your dad sees the price tag." They were nice hammers. They weren't both good. I went and put those next flea market. I said, "Dad, can I have $0.25? I want to go get a hammer." He said, "Yeah, sure. You think you can do that again?" He said, "This time I want a real hammer. This time I'm gonna want real money." He said, "See, you go get me a hammer. I'll give you what it's worth." I said, "I'll be back." He gave me that quarter. I ran up one of them $25 hammers, walked back. I said, "Here you go." My dad looked at me like, "What?" I said, $25, please. Yeah. He's like, "Here's your $1. I don't know where you stole them, but I know I'm going to jail." He was mad, but that was the way he raised me, was to understand that I wasn't going to get shit for free. I worked for everything that I had, and if I wanted more, I had to think how to get it. And so that summer, I never went without ice cream. I also went and stacking up a bucket. Me and that old hammerman had a good old time selling my dad hammers all summer long.
We are not currently live, Way.
There we go.
Oh.
Like a peeper, putting it out there. So,
Wow.
but what that has to relate to is like getting down into the nitty. I seen money. That old guy seen money. He's like, this little kid, right? And my dad, I don't know why my dad said hammers. And so like they had these tools laying around. So hammers were like we'd break a hammer every
Now,
down. That would be great. Are we still on hold with these guys?
yeah, he's listening.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be long.
still with you guys. It's doing something a little different. Actually, I would give it another 20 minutes and this website will be up. So it's no longer the landing are there.
Yeah.
It's just loading, propagating. So you guys are in good shape. Email me. You guys over at so just email me if it doesn't come. But in the meantime, if you go into my products, you guys will see that Arrow AI builder, and then I put you guys over store credit of 15 in your account, so you guys can use for renew mains. So I just wanted to give you a heads up.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Absolutely, guys. Just email me. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.
Great, thank you.
All right.
Okay, so that call was like an hour. Alice was his name. Okay, so you want to run this deal? Accident.
And that out.
Do we want to run Hunter first?
It's on deal hunter if you pull it. So
Is this it?
yeah, we can look through that thing, I hope.
There. Okay. Are y'all seeing the picture? So is it this strip here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big long stretch all the way up to the mine back there,
Them.
4.9 acres.
Okay, see the pic. So sign is in front of the U-Haul storage place?
Right next door. So if you look,
Okay,
you can see the
got
U-Haul
it.
storage.
Got it.
So literally pulling all that's U-Haul storage. It's kind of sliver next door has a lot of setbacks and maybe issues as to how to construct on it. It's that they're big buildings that property is wide as compared to the one that we're highlighted right there. Make sense? So or to
Option 1.
do a if you do a little go through here, again, find out who's, so let's see if it'll do that.
Okay. Back of the napkin value.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Do more so that we understand going into the phone. And open a second window. We're Maricopa GIS system, and I want to kind of
So when you say open a second window, like
open up a window right there like that, and go to Maricopa County. Right there, assessor, assessor's office, right there. Click that, go to it says maps.
And then I just posted all the links in the, if we wouldn't mind sharing those with different groups into family and friends, and then also liking numbers.
resources and programs.
Show our, okay, hold it there.
Right there.
Go to the map. And now you're gonna zoom addresses. This last night too. Someone sent me for that. So that you can play.
Yeah.
That's where Aztec Gold is sitting right there. See if you can zoom this area better than I can.
Like right here. Oops, happened. It says address or intersection. Do you want me to address right there?
I don't have one.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I'm trying to get.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so Third Avenue, which is over 918. Go over to the thing, I know which one it is, but here. So this is the lot right here.
Want me to zoom in?
It's called Southern Acres LLC. It was bought in 23.
That on the left?
Well, I would say screenshot this so we can feed it to,
Hold on.
Yeah.
Action.
like that's right there.
Okay.
That's good right there. And then I'm gonna feed number because we do a different website, different portal. This is the last deed of the quarters website down in Maricopa. The 1971 when these warranty deeds.
So it's bought for $946.
Yeah, basically.
So they bought that land for $1,900.
Yeah.
We know all about that.
So go ahead and save this. Those will pull all this in the deal hunter, and so the financing would be if you pay.
You ready to talk?
It looks like Um,
Love that it gives you the script.
we go down. Go ahead and, yeah, let me review what we found, the Maricopa County Assessor website about the deed of, verify or validate warranty actually was, something that we came from a tax deed auction or some sort of, municipal, understanding. The date now is based on this out for the guy and be like, hey. So. I, we, so it shows. It says the deed was almost certainly not a tax document. It appears a small fee title acquisition county for roadway right of way for 29 acres. Use this on the piece for the southern project, lot 251 square feet. I don't know where it's talking about. Build out the scenario on this property. Can you also determine the length and width of this property based on the numbers you've already been given? Website, we can look at it. It's a real piece of property, there's setbacks, certain, unable to get the.
Of Southern
Off of southern and off of the sides, they mentioned go back to the
base map.
go down right there to the bottom of that and select the base map. And if you spot them down there where that line is, it's talking a consideration for something. Throw in and show on whatever. The no. Okay, so see how it's all wonky like that?
Yeah.
So that's based on the entrance to the property. Plus or minus 165 feet. We'll go back to the north. You're looking for, what is it?
657 plus or minus.
You got 657, 165. That?
657.
657, that's the lot.
What in the pictures?
Before. This is of owners. Oh, property for the one on Southern. You got a couple. First name is Tommy. Okay, what is on, right? Well, brother, go back and looking at this. From a bigger map, I'm assuming what they were thinking was bringing another one. Why? The county might have had that property. Be interesting, but could be phenomenal. Like if the guy really did pay $900 for it, like he's gonna be the guy at the bank, right? You just got to. So, all right, cool. And that was a mobile home park. Go to deal under analysis request. Slide all the way up. This one out. This is Enterprise Mobile Home Park. Looking at this one specifically because we got Cicely, the mobile home park queen, and so Cicely that has 22. It's got 77 occupancy, and I ran the numbers. This was off of a Facebook listing that I found. Facebook on a Facebook group somewhere. It's mobile home park community in Kansas. Asked us if they do not want to do any kind of owner financing. They don't want to do any kind of creative finance. It's kind of a strike, but it still has the propensity to be ran as a deal. And you can kind of look at it here and see that it has a current occupancy about 68,000. With that, and the net operating income, that's it's at about a 7 cap. So kind of really operate and doesn't justify. Because when you go with the numbers on that and get the loan set up a DSCR of barely 1.0, and that's not going to utilize it, meaning get it up, saying there's 22 sites, but only 10 are current. So if you went all the way up and got all 22 done, then you got those vacant pads cleared in and put them in. You're looking at it's a better income, and so the price currently where it's at is a little bit high. So coming in asking in 645, we're going to probably come in at 550, like $9,000 off it right off the bat. You need to put that much, that's where it makes better sense. So going all the way down, we can see that it's wanting us to make sure like ownership of them, making sure that these are not park owned homes, because you're just a landlord. You're not a mobile home park owner. Most don't do anything.
And dirt, that's it.
Dirt, right? Handling it, that's what that expense thing is, right? So initial verdict is that it's city maintained streets, public utilities already. Mostly tenant homes. Upside is that they're not stable, had a stabilized cap rate of 11 to 13 on this type of bill. Going down more, you can see here that this is to send to Sicily and write her a little email. Boom, buddy, boom, there it went. Never got the email out though, trying, but this is how I would kick this off to a sponsor, because for in the land shark match, this is a no-go. Why is it a no-go? Can anybody tell me why it's a no-go?
Is anybody here? Just us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
So Andy, what to do? Is this a no-go?
For the land shark, not for Sicily, it's a no-go for Casa Parameter.
What's our buyback?
What's the ROI?
There you go.
What's the ROI put into it, right? So like we could go around 20% maybe.
So that's why it's a no-go for land shark.
Individual
So
person,
you're
just-
looking for,
Correct.
Yeah.
Your buyback is 40% or greater.
okay,
So the buyback for us is 40%. Like Sicily, percent.
Yeah.
So you run with this and park somebody on it and take it to the bank. Sicily, we're out from playing pickleball.
Here.
Actually, well. I mean, it did actually. It was a win. So for this, but it's not like a hard money.
You would want to see if you can negotiate better terms with the seller before you pull a joint venture partner to the table. Because if the guy is firm on 645, it's a no-go, right? Like, we already went over your survey and what are the top 3 things, right? Like if it's not, and it's a,
Right.
because the opportunity is only 77% occupied, and in order to get a cap rate of 7%, that's a class A market, and be 90% occupied. So his cap rate. So when you let them know that as a ready for the numbers on that, go ahead right there. A 6 cap is very, so investors, we like, go ahead and show us the difference on that. Cap rate,
The higher.
correct. With the numbers he's at right now, what he's asking at 645, 10. Right, because I think what it's based on is stabilized, listing it on the stabilized 61. This is just the actual right now. There it is right there. It did not give it to us. So I'm going to tell it the NOI they provide us, and now give us the scale between a 6 cap and a 13 cap. Because I mean, this is the middle of Kansas, Toto. You're going to be able to get people out there to buy a house and move in.
Okay, so the higher the cap rate, the lower the price.
Yeah.
Yes.
See that? Okay.
So you can see right there, 5, they're at a 7 cap, or close to it. They're between a 7 and a.
So can I just do a quick lesson? Because this is a perfect
Let
example.
me through this real
Okay.
quick, in that we can see they need to be around $400,000 to $350,000 total. So, because as investors, our cap rate, what we intend to get back, like if I put this money, if I put $400,000 in the bank, how soon am I gonna make my return back? That capitalization rate is important to me. So what's the bank gonna do versus what I get this property, right? What's your lesson?
So here's the lesson I want you all to understand, that you need to understand what you're sitting on. So as a buyer, you want a higher cap rate, right? As a lower cap rate. Does everybody see the correlation? So this benefits the seller, the lower the cap rate here, but as a buyer, higher cap rate here. So you need to know which side of the transaction, and the numbers tell you what to do, but it's based on the position that you're currently in. Sense?
Right.
I
So
remember Laura and I were sitting when we were in that theater in San Jose.
God.
A huge offer for me. Learned this, and I got the correlation.
But I think there's also criteria that are necessary to understand them as well. So let's put the criteria. Speaking from the terms of investment property, properties that rates under 8%. What are the tip and that's that property to be justified as anything under 8 cap? And then A, class B, class C, like just the criteria necessary to justify 5, 6, 7, 8 cap rates. And so again, this is how you get away from having to argue price with people. Does your property have this? No, then you can't call it a 5 cap. Right? And down below there. So that's what we can point out is that a true 5 cap, institutional grade real estate, it's a great location. It has asset quality of like more than 85% there. Financing, extremely examples plus institutional MHC in Phoenix.
Oh, sorry.
Grows rank of retails, medical office, stuff like that. That's cap. That's good. Examples, class A apartments, large, and I don't want to call that mobile home community. That is what is
It's
it?
mobile home community.
Okay.
Yep.
Large stabilized one, self-storage in a major city of 98%. 7 cap requires good market, E-class occupancy, 90%, strong DSAR, right? Cap rate, 8%, fair, secondary market, workforce, rural multiple, but with a strong occupancy. A strong occupancy literally like better than 90%. So, cap properties is small market, high vacancy, deferred maintenance, tenant concentration, and 13 caps. Class C, this is 100% of class C.
Yeah. Well, it said it's in a tertiary market too.
Yeah. Tertiary and third level, so yeah, that's 100%.
So here's what I love about this. So there's here. Oh my God, this is exciting. So he has done. Is that the guy?
No.
If anybody has like looked up, like say a vehicle on Kelley Blue Book, right? It literally asks of the vehicle. And as you check off the box for each condition of all of it, the paint, the interior, mileage, like all of that, it literally gives a grading system of that grading system through Deal Hunter, literally like what it is. So this is a huge part, Cicely, of do the numbers tell you what to do. And this could actually the opportunity to educate a seller in this is how it's actually graded versus your feelings about it. These are that it's worth way more than what it is. Whereas this is the grading like this is what it is.
So
You
true.
can't
I
argue
feel
with
like
it.
it's worth $1 million. You're like, well,
Go ahead.
You're showing us right there. That's kind of like a standard
Yes.
of measuring that cap rate. I just wanted to, yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Versus and feelings
Right.
about it.
Yeah, because it's there in black and white that across the industry, this is what we go.
Right. And I love that Deal Hunter did that for us.
Mhm.
Right? Like, how freaking genius is this? Now, I assert whoever the listing agent is on this, they like to embellish and not educate, because the fit to them is that they make a higher commission rate. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, in a way, I feel like it's a disservice to the seller because it hopes up high, went to reality of what's so about how all this comes together as a business transaction. This has nothing to do with opinions.
Right. And the seller probably has no for guidance and
Right.
actually led.
Yes. Again, here's the other piece. It's like the agent even be a commercial realtor works together. So experience a lot of residential and they come do stuff, stupid stuff like that.
And this is, I started talking, I ran a whole new deal. Ready?
Of course. Okay. Oh,
Where was it? And I'll show you what I'm talking. So, go up.
come on. I don't know who that is.
Can we
Somebody's
mute
moving
camera?
around.
We can.
Or can you mute whoever's making that noise? Okay, so
The Florida hotel, multi-room, 2.25 acres, attached, 8% depending on the season. Peak season, of course, is higher, daily, weekly. Asking for mil. NOI 435,000. Owner requests financial proof of fund. So you gotta have a proof of fund, $4 million. Right? So looking at this, and that, you're getting, 76. So, that's not bad if you do the math on that. Break that down to 365 days, or if you want to break that down to weekly, you can understand what your stuff's getting weekly, right? So this is going to be about 259,000 because it's making you come up with $1 million. So out of this,
right?
you know what page one of this thing is? Keep going. This is groups, but don't overcommit. So a non-binding LOI with learning. The offer is contingent on full financial, right? Blah, blah, blah. So you gave it a 10 cap though, right? And as a 10 on the credit, does this fit the 10 cap? No, okay, it's Orlando, it's in the second, I think that's standard.
I don't know who Leo is.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, upstairs?
yeah.
Yep, and then.
Second floor.
In this
Yeah,
office,
the one I went up.
I'd even talk to the young man back there. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not.
Stafford.
Oh, that's not it. Okay.
So, the regularly scheduled program, is to go about 11, almost 12. So let's do that. We want to go 0% down. We want to go in this like pace more, usually cash out of our pocket. Show us what that looks like. Because even with that, I don't a good enough CR score, right? 8.75% right there on the cap rate. And so here we can try to think doing it all that way, breaks it all down. Showing, keep going. Our DSC, the way that we have it structured right there, has us at a 1.31. So that is still doable, right? Bank loan, seller carry, private investor equity, this pre-deal, right? So keep going down. So we can do preferred returns on the investor side, do 10% preferred returns with a 50-50 split or 40 split. We can do a acquisition fee of 1 to 2% if the deal can afford it. That's it then. You know, instead of paying the bank debt interest, why not pay investors equity interest, right? So doing an MLO on a purchase, this is page Morby style. Let us look at this. So what we do with seller, master lease for 12 to 24 months, fixed monthly payment to the seller. Option to purchase at an agreed price, and what we do, operations increase the NOI, finance it or buy it. Like current stated NOI is 435. The monthly NOI equivalent of do a master lease payment of 28,000 a month. The option to buy it at 4 million, option term 24 months, option credit, portion of the lease payment toward the purchase. So this is, motels are not passive, so we still need to get the thing out. Right? As long as it's, this only works if the, and the property is under managed. Okay? Meaning that we go in there and then it makes more money. So we can lead with the price there, bank loan, extra equity there. Right? That's the best zero do. What we can set it up for is then getting funding and then support bank underwriting with clean financial structure, set up. So I wanna throw this up. Has the protect. Why do you think I'm saying? Here's what I know. It's got 50.
I am muted saying which one. I have no idea because I am not that educated yet. So I'm waiting for Tommy to tell me no.
The 40% comes in here when you can alter the purpose of this property. It's
Oh, purpose
hotel,
it too. Yeah.
right? It's currently a hotel. Either housing, like transitional housing, to assisted living.
Mm,
And it'll you can position it to do that.
right.
Changing the entire business model then at that point.
Right.
Because with it getting 70, again, this goes to the whole theory that hotels are gonna be, there's not gonna be a Disneyland to go to anymore. Right? There's
Saray's
down-
not a hater, but she totally
shut down
disagrees with you.
Dumbo. The Dumbo ride is come back at a later date. That I'm having hotels or defunct theme park, right? Start switching these hotels over now. I mean, is where all the old, right?
Yeah.
So Maha, we could end up like running Methuselah. 150, 180, 250 years old. Oh, we're gonna be COVID. But
Oh gosh. A property that I want you to run. 'Cause
Saray.
I have a property that I want you to run.
okay, it's we usually run
Oh,
until
okay.
then. I see.
Yeah,
that's
we're
gonna-
at 12, so
We got a
I can
meeting.
talk.
Let's call it
Okay.
and talk.
Okay, sounds good.
I appreciate everyone coming in today. And Jake, you and me gotten on a schedule yet to wrap up on our other stuff,
Not.
and then I'll be able to work on the getting all of the
Thumbnails?
I'll switch work to the cool graphics.
I worked on every single one and go back through from the very beginning, or do you want me to kind of have like a starting point?
Start with that current. That way, when we get too busy, we won't worry about it.
Okay.
I just goes live every. We put out what was up last week, and
I would love to share with everybody the videos from yesterday. Can we quickly do that to close this out?
Yeah, we could do that.
With you, this is really an exciting area.
My camera shut off.
You shut your camera off?
Still my screen.
Okay, where is it? The one I liked from yesterday. Where? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me share. Screen.
This isn't just another networking event. The Scottsdale Summit is bringing together investors, entrepreneurs, capital raisers,
Hear it, we just can't see it.
from across the country into one room for real conversations, real relationships, and real opportunities. Hosted at Club Scottsdale, the premier entrepreneur social and club. This isn't just another networking event. The Scottsdale Summit is bringing together investors, entrepreneurs, capital raisers, deal makers, and high-level operators from across the country into one room for real conversations, real relationships, opportunities. Hosted at Club Scottsdale, the premier entrepreneur, social, and exotic car club, this experience is designed for people who are serious about building wealth, growing businesses, raising capital, and creating long-term success. We're bringing together investment experts, small business experts, entrepreneur experts, opportunity zone specialists, personal and business tax strategists, real estate professionals, leaders from multiple industries, all focused on one thing: collaboration and opportunity. Alongside our featured speakers and industry experts, we have sponsors including Summits Equity, Titan 23, Go High Level, the XRU, and HB Capital, organizations helping innovation, investment, business growth, and strategic partnerships at the highest level. This has come to do deals, to build partnerships, to find funding, to connect with the right people in the room. From luxury real estate and development projects to passive income, business acquisitions, tax optimization, and private investments, this is looking for opportunities. Sisters or partnership in your business, raising. This is because one relationship per choice. That's another networking event.
Short.
Some of you have been praying about.
Oh. Need to get all day.
Without. Words. That one right there.
This one?
No. I made my what I got. Oh, right there with more. Right there. So no, that was the long one. Do the shorter one. Right there. That says oil and gas real estate. That one.
Are you building 7 streams of income? Heard of an investors club? A place where people come together to learn, connect, and discover new ways to build wealth? Most millionaires don't rely on just one paycheck or one business. They build multiple streams of income over time. That's why Titan Impact Group created the 7 Streams Investors Club. This is more than financial education. It's built for people who want to learn how money really works through real estate, business income, digital products, dividends, royalties, affiliate income, and alternative investments. Inside the club, we bring education, community, mentorship, and real-world conversations together.
The AI, Laura.
We're never taught in school. In topics like how to invest in oil and gas, how to evaluate real estate deals, how passive and how AI can help investors make decisions. And right now, we're hosting a free informational webinar to show you how the 7 Streams framework works, what the Investors Club offers, and how you can begin building your own path toward financial freedom. Button, reserve your free seat, and come learn streams of income like Titan Impact Group. Are you building 7 streams of income?
So there you go. So we're kicking off our series of 7 income streams. So you'll be hearing more about that. But we need to go. So do you want to wrap this up?
Yep. I'll pray over everybody to have a great day. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the blessing of this day, the blessing of this life, the blessing of all the things that we're doing today in your world. We ask that you continue to bless and guide us so that we may always do your will. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Everyone have faith that we'll talk again tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.
Have fun today.